Welcome, and thank you for joining this extended professional tarot reading. Take a moment to get comfortable, to breathe deeply, and to soften your mind. This is your time, a space to receive clarity, insight, and guidance for your career path, your long-term stability, and the deeper purpose behind the work you're here to do. The 5 cards drawn today weave a powerful, coherent story. They form a kind of emotional and professional journey, a transition from inspiration to departure to re-education and alignment, followed by a deep spiritual pause, and finally the emergence into long-term abundance, stability, and legacy. Your cards are the Knight of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, the 10 of Pentacles. These cards map out a major shift in your professional timeline. Not a small change, not a minor adjustment, but a core realignment, a redirection that touches your purpose, your emotional satisfaction, your work-life balance, and the foundation you wish to build for the future. This reading is intentionally slow and reflective. It is designed to unfold the story layer by layer so you can fully integrate the messages and apply them to your unique journey. Let us begin with the first card. Your calling is approaching, and you are being led by intuition. The first card in your professional reading is the Knight of Cups, a gentle but determined messenger. This knight is not the loudest, not the fastest, not the most aggressive, but he is the most intuitive. He travels with purpose and direction, but he is guided by the heart rather than pure logic. This card speaks to your current energy, your present state of mind, and the subtle movements happening within you. Professionally, the Knight of Cups indicates a creative or intuitive calling beginning to surface, the early stages of a new career idea or vision, an invitation or opportunity approaching, a shift from obligation-based work to emotionally fulfilling work, a moment where your heart quietly says, "This is the direction you truly want to go." The Knight of Cups encourages you to trust this inner voice, even if it's quiet, even if it seems impractical, even if it challenges what you thought your career should look like. This card often appears before major life transitions, the kind that start as whispers long before they become decisions. Right now, you may feel mild restlessness with your current role, inspiration rising but not yet grounded, creative ideas appearing at random times, the urge to learn something new, a desire to do work that aligns with your values, a deeper longing for expression, connection, or meaning, a pull towards something softer, more authentic, or more human-centered. The Knight of Cups also suggests you are tapping into your emotional intelligence in new ways. Your ability to read people, to understand subtleties, to mediate, and to communicate from the heart is increasing. These traits are becoming professional strengths, not just personality traits. This night also brings an approaching opportunity, one shaped by creativity or intuition. It may be a new job offer, a message from someone, an unexpected conversation, a project that feels aligned and inspiring, an internal idea that keeps returning, a nudge toward learning, creating, teaching, or guiding. The Knight of Cups reminds you that fulfillment comes from following what feels right, not what looks best on paper, not what pays the most initially, and not what others expect of you. This card marks the beginning of the journey, an emotional awakening in your professional life. And while the path is not yet clear, something inside you has already begun moving. The Knight of Cups is the spark, the invitation, the first step toward a more aligned chapter. You are preparing to walk away from what no longer fulfills you. Where the Knight of Cups delivers inspiration, the 8 of Cups introduces the moment of truth, the quiet internal recognition that something must be released. This is one of the most honest cards in the tarot. It speaks not of impulsive escape, but of deep inner clarity. The 8 of Cups appears when you've given a lot, time, effort, energy, loyalty, and yet something essential remains unfulfilled. Professionally, this card represents leaving a job, role, project, or environment, recognizing emotional burnout, stepping away from obligations that drain you, feeling underappreciated or stagnant, outgrowing your current surroundings, finally acknowledging, this is no longer right for me. This card often emerges long before the physical act of leaving occurs. It is the moment when your soul walks away first, when you mentally and emotionally detach, even if your body still shows up at the same desk, the same workplace, the same routine. The Eight of Cups honors your efforts. The cups behind the figure are perfectly arranged, meaning you've built something meaningful. You put in the work, you did your part, your achievements were real. But despite all that, the landscape has become empty. Your heart has gone searching. This card acknowledges the complexity of leaving, the loyalty you felt, the fear of the unknown, the guilt of letting go, the fatigue of continuing, the grief of what could have been, the haunting sense that staying is slowly diminishing your spirit. You may have tolerated far more than people realize. You may have stretched yourself thin in hopes that things would improve. You may have hoped that your effort would create the change you wanted to see, but the Eight of Cups arrives when your inner compass points elsewhere. Far beyond the comfort zone, beyond what is familiar, beyond the version of yourself that stayed small to fit into a space you've outgrown. This card asks, where are you unfulfilled? What are you holding on to out of fear? What dream have you put aside to be practical? What path is quietly calling you toward deeper meaning? This is not abandonment, it is liberation. Some of you are on the verge of leaving. Some have already left internally. Some are in the process without realizing it. Regardless of your stage, the Eight of Cups is a turning point. Your professional life is shifting gently but inevitably. You are being guided towards something far more aligned. This card is not the end. It is the opening, the doorway to the real beginning. Your next chapter requires structure, learning, mentorship, and alignment with your values. From the emotional departure of the Eight of Cups, we move into the stabilizing presence of the Hierophant. If the Eight of Cups is the willingness to walk away, the Hierophant is the moment you discover where you're walking toward. This card represents higher education, certifications or formal training, mentors, guides, or teachers, joining a respected institution, building spiritual or ethical alignment with your career, creating structure, entering a role of teaching, counseling, or leadership. It is a card of grounded wisdom, not the spontaneous inspiration of the night, not the emotional ache of the eight, but the steady, ancient presence of knowledge, tradition, and long-term foundations. Professionally, this card suggests that your next chapter is not chaotic or accidental. It is structured, it is purposeful, it is aligned with a deeper calling. You may be considering returning to school, thinking of training or certification, wanting to refine your skills, feeling drawn to spiritual or humanitarian work, looking for a mentor, becoming a mentor yourself, seeking a role that aligns with your ethics and values. The Hierophant encourages you to build something that will last, a career rooted in integrity, consistency, and purpose. This card also emphasizes community. You are not meant to walk this path alone. The next stage of your professional journey involves people, teachers, advisors, colleagues, supportive environments, healthy structures, teams that share your values. Some of you may be entering a field connected to healing, teaching, coaching, law, medicine, spiritual work, leadership, social support, community building, research, or academia. The Hierophant calls you to align your work with your soul, not just your skill set. This card is a reminder. Your career must match your values, not fight against them. Your professional future is not random. It is being shaped by a higher wisdom, both within you and around you. What you're stepping into is not just a job, it's a calling. A sacred pause is coming. Trust the timing and allow your perspective to shift. After inspiration, departure, and realignment, we move into the quiet stillness of the Hanged Man. This is the card of suspension, waiting, divine timing, perspective shifts, sacrifice, surrender, non-action before the breakthrough. Professionally, this card appears when the universe says, Not yet, but soon. Be patient. Let things rearrange themselves. The Hanged Man is not stagnation. It is gestation, the preparation period before the next major step. In your career, this may look like delays in job responses, slow progress in your new path, feeling like you're between identities, unclear next steps, a need to pause and observe, letting go of old career expectations, integrating lessons from the past, releasing the pressure to rush forward. This card invites you to shift your point of view. What are you seeing differently now? What patterns are becoming clear? What beliefs about work or success are you ready to release? What are you learning about yourself during the pause? The Hanged Man also asks for surrender, not helplessness, but conscious surrender. Let go of timelines. Release the fear of falling behind. Trust that delays are protective. Allow the universe to rearrange circumstances. Accept that clarity comes in stillness. The timing of your next step is aligning behind the scenes. And while this pause may feel uncomfortable, it is essential. You are shedding old identities. You are becoming someone new. Your mindset, expectations, and values are shifting. The Hanged Man is the cocoon stage, the chrysalis moment before transformation. It is a pause with purpose. You are building long-term stability, legacy, and financial abundance. Finally, we arrive at the Ten of Pentacles, one of the most abundant, secure, and prosperous cards in the entire deck. This card represents wealth, long-term stability, financial success, family prosperity, inheritance or legacy, strong foundations, multi-generational security, the culmination of a long journey. The Ten of Pentacles is the destination of your professional path, everything you have been working toward through shifts, sacrifices, and alignment. Where the Eight of Cups represents leaving, the Ten of Pentacles represents arriving. This card confirms you will achieve long-term stability. You will build something sustainable. You will have financial security. Your hard work will pay off. You will find the right environment. Your values will align with your work. Your family or close connections will benefit from your success. You will create a legacy that lasts. This is not fleeting success. This is not temporary income. This is not just a better job. This is a stable life foundation. Your next professional chapter leads to a comfortable lifestyle, a supportive community, a career that grows with you, a sense of belonging, a deep feeling of home and stability, the resources to take care of yourself and those you love. You are building something that will matter years from now, a foundation you can rely on, invest in, and pass forward. The Ten of Pentacles is the final stage of this journey, the fruition, the reward, the harvest. It is your confirmation that the risks, transitions, pauses, and courage required along the way were not in vain. Your 5-card spread tells a beautifully coherent story. Knight of Cups, inspiration and calling. You feel guided towards something meaningful. 8 of Cups, departure. You recognize what no longer serves you and are ready to move on. The Hierophant, alignment and learning. You are stepping into a structured, values-aligned path supported by mentors, education, or community. The Hanged Man, pause and perspective. The universe is aligning the timing. Trust the process. 10 of Pentacles, success and stability. Your journey leads to long-term wealth, abundance, and legacy. This reading confirms that your career is not falling apart. It is transforming. You are walking away from what diminishes you and moving towards something that honors your spirit, your talents, and your future. Trust your intuition. Take steps aligned with your values. Allow the pauses. Embrace the training, mentorship, or upskilling that calls to you. And know that stability, abundance, and fulfillment are not just possible. They are your destiny. Thank you for receiving this message. May clarity guide you, may courage support you, and may your path unfold with purpose and prosperity.